Hey, hey, hey.
Hello, hello.
How's it going?
It's good. It's after Easter. We have made it through Easter.
And the Pope passed away.
So I find this, when I woke up this morning, I thought that like maybe it was like delayed news. Like I don't know what I thought, but I was like, oh my gosh, he died on Easter.
Yeah.
But I mean, still pretty
After.
close. But
But
wow.
he made it through Easter, and that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And our vice president got to meet with him.
Yeah, I actually.
Like he might have been the last
they,
visitor.
Probably the last like official.
Yeah, non-church visitor,
I would
maybe.
imagine
That's kind of
so.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So one
Can
of
you
our
imagine
friends.
if you're him, by the way, like how do you feel? Like you were the last one. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Well, so I laughed a little bit because I'm like, the Easter egg hunt is happening at the White House lawn. And that's exciting. And he has little kids. So how cool for them to be there. But they probably had to choose going to the Vatican to meet the Pope
Or
the Easter egg hunt.
Right.
And this is probably the last time they'd get to meet this Pope.
Right. So it's, I mean, talk about a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to make
and
those
decisions.
decisions.
I did see like a cute little video that the Vatican, like they gave his kids little Easter baskets. They had like, they just like some candy in there.
That's
and whatnot.
nice.
It was
because the Easter Bunny is so non-religious. Sometimes I always
Easter Bunny creeps me out.
The Easter Bunny is weird.
Very
So I'm going to tell you a little bit of story. So I have a friend. So before I forget to mention it, so one of our friends who we work with, Amy, recommended this movie to watch called The Conclave. So I don't know which streaming service it's on, but it's either Amazon Prime or YouTube TV. And I guess it gives the how they pick the new pope. I am not Catholic, so I don't know the process. And so I need to watch it because she said the end was very shocking to her. So that was interesting. So now I'm like, I really want to watch it. So Conclave, you should watch it,
I'm
guess.
looking up right now.
Because it's kind of like real now. So while you're looking for that, then I have another friend who every year gets to go to the White House, and he is in charge of making sure that all of the First Lady's Easter eggs get distributed to the correct location on the lawn of the White House. How amazing is that?
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you get that job?
Well, I don't know how Jim got this job, but he works in the poultry industry. And I'm like, Jim, I want to get invited to the White House for the pardoning of the turkey.
Oh, at Thanksgiving.
But I know how that's picked. And it's picked through leadership through the National Poultry Association or the National Poultry Council. So Ohio doesn't have really anybody in the string for that right now. So it's
not happening for you.
Not happening. But I'm like, hey, I could help you spread Easter eggs throughout the lawn of the White House. So he goes every year. And President Trump has a rule that no one works on the White House on Easter.
Is that specific to President Trump, or was that previous?
President Trump. So normally in previous administrations, they would go and they would get everything ready on Sunday, but they had to get everything prepped on Saturday and then be ready to go on Monday for the Easter egg.
That's neat.
They read a book, they do the thing, and the First Lady gets to pick the tones of the egg color.
Of course she does.
Yeah. So apparently previous administration picked very monotone colors when he felt like the previous Trump administration. So Melania, the first round, might have picked too muted of colors. This year they were a little more colorful.
There's so many things to say.
Isn't it interesting? I find this fascinating. So then I suggested, well, with all the egg shortages, these are not plastic eggs. These are real live eggs that have been colored. So there's a company out of North Carolina, apparently, that they select eggs that would not make it into the food chain due to one reason or another, because, they grade every egg and they candle every egg. So if there's like a blood spot, it's out. So they use those eggs so they're not wasting. They color the eggs and then they come to the White House, and then all of the eggs are composted and recycled, if you ever wondered.
I did not wonder.
I found it fascinating. I thought it was kind of interesting.
Well, in case you are all wondering, Conclave, back to that.
Thanks. Circling back.
So it was available to stream on Peacock, but was removed from the platform in early April. However, I'm assuming due to the Pope's death, it will now be streaming again starting tomorrow night at midnight. Not tomorrow night, because pretend that this is not Monday.
No, we're doing a Monday podcast, and Bill doesn't like it because things could happen.
It's fine. Tuesday night. So by the time you're
22nd.
listening to this, it will be streaming on Peacock. And you will be able to.
Is it on Amazon Prime?
This is saying that according to the film's Amazon Prime video page, Conclave will be available to stream. Oh, yeah, no, not on Peacock. It will be available on Amazon Prime by the time you're listening to this podcast.
Good. Yeah. Amy just watched it. She said it was interesting.
Yes.
So I find it to be very interesting. I would like to watch it as well.
So, yes, it will be on Amazon Prime.
So we got a surprise yesterday. Our holiday Easter, first of all, I love Good Friday. It's probably like my favorite day, which is like the saddest day because, Jesus died on the cross. But at growing up, there was a song. I shared it on my Facebook page.
You shared it on the Patterson Facebook page.
No, I did? No, it was on my page.
You shared it on both.
Really? I don't think so.
I meant
The
to tell
video?
you. I think so.
I don't think so.
Maybe not.
Anyways,
sworn.
so it was very interesting, different people that knew that song. And so that was kind of fun. So anyways, I was a little sad because the kids are gone, like they weren't here. And Sam surprised us on Sunday and he came home so we could get a flight. So that was fun. The kids were in Mississippi. They had a great time.
I think it's so awesome that he
Yeah, but he didn't tell us.
Well, but did he mean to surprise?
No,
or
I don't
it was
think so.
just him
I don't even
doing-
think he thought of it.
Him being him.
But what was even better is that I remember Nancy telling me that when Bill was in college, that
He would
same. Never tell her when he was
must be
coming
right.
home.
I don't know what I saw. Sorry about that.
But she would know he was coming home because his friends would start calling the house because nobody had cell phones.
they didn't have cell phones.
So they'd be like, "Is Billy there?" And she's like, "Nope, he's at college." They're like, "Oh, we said he was coming home." So that's how she would know that he was
She
coming
got a heads
home.
up.
She got the heads up. So, no, we came home to do a flight, but it was nice. So, but I slept terribly last night because I didn't want him to oversleep and miss school.
What is going on? They're so loud.
I don't
up
even
there.
know what's going on up
We're
there.
trying to work down here. No one cares.
You guys are so loud. What just happened?
What's everybody yelling about? Oh.
The kids look like lobsters.
Kristen's kids all are bright red.
So here, teenagers, don't think you're too cool for sunscreen because all three of my teenagers who were just at the beach have terrible sunburns and they're probably going to end up with skin cancer because they didn't wear any sunscreen
This is true.
because it was cloudy. This is the tragic mistake that every teenage kid makes.
I think adults make it all the time. Yeah.
For sure.
So
Anyway, Sam came home. We came over here for a little bit to see your family. And then we didn't even eat dinner because we had such a good lunch after church. We weren't hungry, so I ate 2 pieces of your veggie pizza.
Which, if anyone is gluten-free,
This was good. I'm not going to lie.
I will tell you, I
like
was a little
delish.
nervous. I have been craving a veggie pizza. If you've ever had it, it's just like a crescent roll with, like a dill or a ranch cream cheese spread and then a bunch of veggies chopped. It's one of my favorite things. But anyways, I haven't had one. I've been gluten-free for like 3 years and I haven't had that. So I was like, oh.
So she drove out of the way like 25 minutes.
Drove out of the way to Meijer. Apparently,
One way?
Meijer is 25 minutes one way. Meijer is the only store that carries. Okay, so Schar's brand, SCHARS, is this brand of pretty good gluten-free.
We're your
breads.
one-stop shop for all the tips and
I'll
tricks
tell you
for
all the
gluten-free
things. I'll tell you all the
living.
things. Yes, and this brand overall is not terrible. But this specific product is only carried at Meijer's. Like Heinen's, Giant Eagle, they can have some Char stuff, but this specific product is only at Meijer's. So I drove out to Meijer's, 25 minutes away, and I got it. And let me tell you, it's not cheap. None of this stuff, none of
How
the
much
gluten,
was a roll of it?
like $8. And I needed 3 rolls to make what I did.
Whoa.
Yes.
That was even more expensive than the
Than your cheese.
Food Nanny French potatoes I just
Yes,
made.
Yes. So while it was very good, but what I was gonna say is, it was worth it. Like, to
And it was
me,
beautiful.
It came out really cute. I made like a Easter bunny out of it, and then I took string cheese to make whiskers. It was really cute. But if you really are craving some kind of like pastry dough, like, it was pretty good. I'm just saying, it wasn't as good as like Pillsbury crescent rolls, but
I thought it was delicious.
it got
I would
the job
never have
done.
known the difference.
No, it got the job done. It's just a little pricey, but
Well, we had to pick up some limes for the Dracies, and we also had to go to the store to get some potatoes to make these very expensive potatoes that I made for tonight because my husband decided. So we didn't end up eating dinner last night. That's what I'm circling
Right.
back to. Like Sam went and flew, and he came home, and I had some steaks to grill, and we were not hungry. And so I made
feel like
steak for Sam.
You're never hungry on these types of holidays
I
because you're
know.
like grazing all
Yeah.
day. You know what I mean?
So I made the steak for Sam, and then I made him French fries, which were so good. And they were just like the literal like Ore-ida skinny in the air fryer, but they were so good, and he loved them. So we had steak and frites, steak and fries, and we didn't even eat it. So I ate those pizzas, and then tonight we had the steak and potatoes. But anyways, my husband said the potatoes that I was going to slice thin and use for these were not edible.
Okay, so there are times where you say things
They didn't
are
even
edible,
have roots. Like they didn't even have sprouts.
like sprouts, whatever. There are times where Kristen will be like, "This is fine. It can be eaten," and it is not fine. No
Like
one.
what? Give me an example.
Sometimes the potatoes. I did not see these potatoes though, so
They were fine.
I will not speak to this one
What
specifically.
potatoes? I want to know.
There have been times where like we looked it up and it said you can't eat potatoes with sprouts of that extent, and she was like, "It's fine, just cut it off."
It's not like they were green. Like that's
No,
poisonous.
I mean we ate them, I think, but
Nobody
regardless,
died.
I think you're a little more adventurous when it comes to expiration
Well, they were just
dates,
not
okay?
as firm as you'd want your potato to be. But I'm like, Bill, it's you and me, and you're not going to know with all the cheese and the cream and the butter and like the Gruyere and the Italian seasonings.
I
like,
think Kristen is willing to question an expiration date more than most.
for sure.
Yeah, would you
For
agree?
sure.
You would agree with that?
Yeah, because it's a used by date, not a expired by date.
At times. So anyways, what else did we do this weekend? Oh, so we participated in the USC Speak Your Mind Ice Bucket Challenge because we were nominated by Olivia's friends.
It was great.
So
I don't
wasn't
think they really know
great.
my
It
name.
was so
They called me
stupid.
local farm mom.
They did. They were like, we nominate local farm mom. I'm like, I'm assuming she means Kristen.
There's only one of those.
There's only one. So I so dumb. So it brings awareness to mental health issues, so I can appreciate that. Fine, whatever. That's great.
It's real shocking to have ice dumped on your head. They probably have
But
mental
the
issues
process
after.
is not great, right? Like I'm like, can I write a check instead? Like,
Well, so that's how they'd actually raise money.
well, so if you remember, like, I don't know, 10 years ago when this challenge came around the first time, it was for ALS, for Lou Gehrig's disease, and you could write a check. That was the whole point, was if you didn't participate in the Ice Bucket Challenge, then you had to write a check. You had to make a donation to ALS. That would be how to work this out. I don't think people are doing that. So anyways, regardless, we did it. And
We did it like champs. It's on our Instagram page.
it is. It was a whole bunch of teenagers doing it until it hit us, and then
We started the
We
parents.
started
We're really
the
sorry,
parents.
parents.
and it is a rough. We're getting hate mail.
I was in the middle of making
Some of
pies.
our friends are not participating.
Christy
we know who
Garcia
you
Polo.
are. Carrie Aslan.
Yeah, Carrie never did it either.
No, I'm offended.
You guys
It's
are
fine.
losers.
They're losers. She's like, I'm not the fun mom. Yeah. Well,
This isn't
now
about being
you're
the
not.
fun mom.
now you're
They don't
definitely
even
not
know my
fun.
name.
Well, she's definitely not fun now because you didn't do this stupid ice bucket challenge. But anyways,
And I gave her my corn recipe.
You know who else got nominated and didn't do it?
Who? Oh,
my,
Tom.
My husband.
Tom's gonna do it though.
You know, nobody nominated Bill Patterson.
No, because he said he wouldn't do it. We know he's not
What
fun.
a grouch. Tom said if he has to do it, he'll nominate Bill. They're both a bunch of grouches. So anyways, yeah, we were discussing that. And then we were discussing, I'm not really sure how we got on this topic, but I'm going to put it out there. We were talking about it because one of Olivia's friends.
I'm scared. What is this?
I'll tell you about it. So one of Olivia's friends who did the ice bucket challenge blurred out her feet in the ice bucket challenge. And so
I did notice.
Kristen and I were questioning, like, why would this kid blur her feet? This doesn't make any sense. And she was like, Olivia's like, toes are gross. Like, that's gross, you know? And I'm like, listen,
God created your toes.
some people are really into toes. And so this sparked a conversation that I think we're going to start I'm going to have a TikTok, like a new TikTok account. And I'm going to raise money with my toes on OnlyFans and post about it on TikTok. That how long will it take me to raise $20,000? I don't really know if I'm making $20,000 up. I just want a hot tub. I have no idea how much and I know that I can't get one, and Tom won't let me get one. And now he also then told me that I shouldn't say this because on the off chance that he does get me a hot tub, people will think that it's because I showed my toes on OnlyFans. So I am putting this out here that I am joking saying this. I will not actually have an OnlyFans page, but like I would.
Maybe you could secretly start it
I'm
and don't
just
tell
saying.
Tom, and then you have like this extra money.
Like, if you see me bawling, you know the OnlyFans page came about.
She doesn't mean basketball friends. So what would you go and buy? What would be your first
A
purchase?
hot tub.
You really would. You want it that bad. You're going to
here's-
use it multiple times a week?
I will not. But the few times that I would use it, it would be worth having.
How many? What's a few times a year?
A year.
What? You're only going to get in it a few times
I'm
a
sorry,
year?
ma'am. How often are you in yours?
That's a high usage. I did not want the hot tub. I did not need
want
the hot tub.
because we have this beautiful backyard, and I think that our family would enjoy the hot tub.
And listen, I'd use the hot tub a heck of a lot more if our kids weren't around.
Well, I also...
And our kids weren't even around this weekend, and we didn't even have good weather to get in it.
You don't need good weather.
It was raining.
I don't care. You're wet in the hot tub anyways. What difference does it
No,
make?
I don't want to get in the hot tub when it's raining.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I think, like, the kids would enjoy it. We would enjoy it. Like, okay, so here's the thing. We have this gorgeous pool. Well,
I
the
feel
kids...
like you're not even on video. I'm really sorry, people. Her face is like half cut off.
The kids, like, love having friends over in the summer, and they, like, hang out in the pool all summer long. And, like, at night, they have friends over, and they have night swims and blah, blah, blah. But they can't do anything in the winter. And our house is not a great house in the winter. We don't have, like, a great... Like, we don't have a basement for the kids to hang out in.
Let me tell you, when the kids are in your hot tub, you have to get new water, like, more frequently. Like, a lot. They're just dirty. Kids are dirty.
I'm just saying it would be an activity for our family.
But you're only going to use it a couple times a year.
Me specifically. The other 4 roommates that I have would probably use it more often than that.
So you're thinking of others.
I think that
That's
that's very
nice.
kind of me.
That's nice.
I'm just saying. But
You've
so,
never even been in my hot tub.
Yeah, I have. I think I have. Like one time. Maybe not.
No, you have not.
No?
No.
Well, you never go in my pool, so shut up.
That's true. But I don't have time to go in your pool.
Well, I don't have time to go in your hot tub.
I don't have time to tan either. Although I'm going to make a better effort this year.
She really needs to, because last year I was like, come over and lay out with me. It's so beautiful.
I
The
had
woman showed
15
up
minutes.
in jeans.
I did. I
In
had 15 minutes.
First of all, I am telling you guys right now, Kristen's problem is we get to like June 1st when it's full blown summer weather. And she's like, my legs are too pale. I'm too embarrassed to wear shorts. You have to start wearing them now.
Like when? It's
Like
cold.
it's going to be 75 this week. There's maybe some days.
Oh,
You
nobody
have
wants to see these.
I know, but you just have to power through these few days now to get yourself that base. I'm telling you. You'll be
try.
thanking me in June and July.
I'm going to try.
When it's hot and you have to wear jeans because your calves could blind a person.
Well, I had to get a spray tan. We didn't really talk about that. I tried a spray
yeah.
tan. It was fine. It wasn't great. I think I would go and I would be sprayed by a person.
I was gonna say I do. So you did the machine, and I do think that a person spraying you would probably be. Now, to be clear, what you got was not bad, but I think that a person spraying you would be better.
I had 2 spots. Well, first of all, you can't hear what the machine's telling you to do. So what I should have done was like moved my arms. Like the lady did not tell me. Like she gave me zero
reminds
help.
me of? Do you ever? So I purposely don't go in these car washes because I can't figure out how to work them. The kind that you pull in, and the thing, like you don't drive through the car wash. You know, like you put your car in neutral and it goes on the thing and it scooches you through. There's those car washes that like your car just parks in it and like all of the stuff goes around you. I can't figure those out. I always get in the wrong spot. They stress me out tremendously. Like, I'm not exaggerating. The Sheets and Chardon has it, and I tried to do it, and I got so stressed out that I ended up messing it up and losing my money. Like, and not only does the Sheets have it, so does the Giant Eagle and Chardon, and so I cannot get my car washed at either one of them.
So we just like have an unlimited car wash membership
Yeah.
at the one in Chesterland.
So I want to get that, but they're like, well, you can only use it on one car.
Yeah, you can only use it on one car.
So
and
I'm
they
like,
just raised the price too. So we got like grandfathered in.
Oh, you did?
On the old price.
Right, and so like we have 3 cars. Like I want it on all
They
3.
take your license plate.
Right.
Campbell has one on her car, and she washes her car, I would say 3 to 5 times a week,
Okay, so
if not more.
I think that's nice. And
We tell her that they probably see her coming. And they're like, oh my gosh, this girl washes her car every day. But she likes a nice, clean car.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Oh my gosh.
So speaking of other things, Dolly, I got my Dolly jeans. Bill ordered them for me. They came. They are so comfy. I think the brand is Good American, which I highly advise. Like that you should have a pair of these jeans.
Yes.
They're quite cute. I wear them one time. I think they're true to size, and they have lots of stretch.
And where did you purchase them?
Bill ordered them from Nordstrom.
Okay.
Online, and they shipped to my house.
Very good.
So good American, but Dolly's jeans are kind of cute. The shirt was a little racy, so I didn't really think that I could wear it. But I like the jeans.
Well, what you bought a shirt that you don't
No,
like?
I
now that you
didn't.
got
I didn't.
it?
No, Bill. I told
the
Bill
Dolly
not to buy
shirt.
it. The Dolly shirt. It's like a
Now I
crop
gotta Google it because maybe I'll wear it.
Dolly's like, she looks great, but she's a little older, and she can pull it off, and I can't.
I'm Googling it right now.
Like, there's
guys.
no way that I could pull off the red and white gingham shirt.
What is this? Oh, there's a book. It's a coffee table book for $190.
Listen, Dolly is a businesswoman.
Stop it right now. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. No.
She does a lot of really cool things.
I don't doubt it, but that is too much money for a coffee table book because no one actually reads
There's
your
the
coffee
shirt
table
right
book.
there.
See
See how cute it looks in the back?
it's a no-go. I
It's
would
not
agree.
for me. But
No.
the pants are super cute.
It's not for anyone that's had a child, I would say.
Hey, listen, my stomach looks pretty good. It's my
Wait,
thighs.
so are these what you got?
No, I didn't get the
thank
rhinestone
God.
ones. I got
Okay,
these.
These?
The dark wash flare.
Oh, look at that.
Mhm.
That's you.
Isn't that cute? It's going to show off my tuchus.
Oh my God.
Because, I like to wear those short
Who
shirts.
says took us?
Unfortunately, we are out of time. But
Thank
anyways, Good
goodness.
American, visit your local Nordstrom. Check out a pair of Dolly jeans.
And Nordstrom, if you want to sponsor us. Just saying.
I know. I feel like we really gave a plug. Until next time, friends, we're mismatched.
Oh, wait.